What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with my final Browns free agent target video of the year. And of course, in this video, I'll be talking about 5 more free agent targets for the Cleveland Browns, as we are now officially less than 24 hours away from the start of legal tampering. Now, before I get into my final 5 free agent targets for the Cleveland Browns, I was looking on Twitter earlier this morning and I saw this tweet from FanDuel Sportsbook. Yeah, safe to say the Browns have made some pretty big trades on this date over the last couple years. As in 2019, everyone remembers where they were when this happened. Odell Beckham was traded to the Browns. I will never forget when that notification came on my phone. Browns are acquiring Odell Beckham Jr. Oh boy, what was it even doing when that happened? I think I was watching a Blue Jackets game when that went down, and I freaking lost my mind. Like, I couldn't get to my computer fast enough to make a video. For real. Of course, it didn't really go that well. Unfortunately, Odell battled some injuries, and then in his final half season with us, he just had a falling out with Baker Mayfield pretty much. And we traded him, or no, we cut him, and then he went to the Rams and won a Super Bowl. So yeah. He hasn't played since, but he is looking to make a comeback this year, though. We'll see where he goes. And then, of course, last season on this date, the Browns pulled one of the biggest finesse jobs I've seen from Andrew Berry, as GM of the Browns, of course, when they acquired Amari Cooper for, I believe, a 5th and a 6th. Still can't believe AB pulled that off. Like, really? This dude acquired one of the best receivers in the NFL, a straight up route running aficionado, for a 5th and a 6th. For chump change. How did he do that? Did he pull off like a Jedi mind trick on old Jerry Boy? I can't believe we did that. I legit can't. That just goes to show you, AB is him when he wants to be. Yeah, it'll be really fun to watch Amari Cooper this year with Deshaun Watson. I cannot wait. Of course, with that being said, let's get into my final 5 free agent targets for the Cleveland Browns. And it's only fair that we start off with the defensive line, as my first of the final 5 free agent targets is none other than David Onyemata. And I've seen him mentioned a couple times in articles, mainly by Sports Illustrated. I think he could be a good, cheap, cost-effective option if the Browns are unable to land any of the big fish. I think him. I've heard Sheldon Rankins' his name. Freaking Dalvin Tomlinson. A'Shawn Robinson's out there. There's some really good names. Of course, Fletcher Cox. People talk about him because of the connection to Jim Schwartz. So we'll see what we do at that position. If we don't get one of the big fish, that is, like, Javon Hargrave, especially. Because I know we're really going after him. If we don't get Javon, I wouldn't mind Onyemata. I wouldn't mind him at all. I think he'd be a good option. And also, keep an eye on Nate Shepard. That's a name I've heard from friends of mine that have have eyes in the organization. Yeah, the eyes and ears in the organization. Nate Shepard. Keep an eye on him. But yeah, Onyemata wouldn't be bad either. The next name is Chiefs safety Juan Thornhill. And I think, again, he would be a good, cheap-ish, cost-effective option if the Browns are unable to get Gardner Johnson or Bates. I think he would be a very good option next to Grant Delpit in the secondary. He's really good, and he's also quite young, too. Just really starting to get into his prime years. So, yeah, I think he'd be a really good option for our secondary. Now, next, I'm going to go to the offensive side of the ball to a guy that us Buckeyes fans all know and love so much, and that is wide receiver Paris Campbell. Now, unfortunately for Paris, he's been dealing with injuries. but when he's been healthy, he's been really, really good. And I think Deshaun Watson would really love to have a weapon like him on our offense. Now, of course, if we don't get Mecole Hardman, I would love Paris. You can't go wrong with either one of those two. I would love it, man. Absolutely. Sign me up all day for Paris Campbell. For sure. As long as he can stay healthy, of course. Now, the next option, we're going back to the defensive line. I'm going edge rusher. And I'm going to talk about Titans edge rusher DeMarcus Walker. Again, another connection to Jim Schwartz. In fact, I've seen quite a few Browns fans on Twitter talking about him as a possible option. Again, I think he would be a good, cost-effective option. Probably wouldn't come at too expensive of a cost. I think he's a stud. And then to wrap it all up, I'm going to go back to the offensive side of the ball to a position I haven't even talked about yet. And that is tight end Foster Moreau, formerly of the Raiders. I talked about him a little bit in an article video I did a while back where my guy Jared Mueller essentially predicted what he thinks we're going to do this offseason. And he had us signing either Moreau or maybe Hayden Hurst. One of those two would be good. How about Jordan Akins, too? Obviously, he has the connection to Deshaun Watson. But, man, I would love Foster Moreau. Again, cost-effective. Probably wouldn't break the bank too much. And he could contribute. He'd be a solid number 2 tight end to go along with David Njoku. That's if we don't get, someone else out there. But let me know what you think of my final 5. Is there anyone out there that you would put in here? And, there's going to be so many options for the Browns. And the thing is, we're going to be busy. For all we know, 24 hours from now, we might have signed one of the big fish. And I'll be on here making a video going nuts over us signing Jesse Bates or Javon Hargrave or something. Who knows? Maybe one of these guys will be a Brown in 24 hours. No one knows except AB. We all know technically the whole tampering thing began at the combine. That's when GMs usually start planting the seeds for possible, contract negotiations. But we'll see what happens. It's going to be a fun 24 hours. We'll see what other rumors pop up. Now, I will have a live stream later tonight after the Cavs game. For some reason, the Cavs tip off at 5, so at least I'll be able to do a little late night Browns stream. We're going to talk about some more, targets. Got a couple articles I'm going to go through. And, I'm going to get you guys ready for tomorrow because I expect there to be chaos tomorrow. And by the way, AB, you're going to cook up a trade or whatever today? Huh? That'd be nice. I would love to see Brandon Cooks or DeForest Buckner trade. That would be awesome. Imagine Defoe with Myles Garrett. And then let's say the Browns go out in free agency and sign freaking Javon Hargrave. Boy. If AB does that, he really wants me to bust on camera for real. He wants me to bust. If I see a couple notifications in a row saying 1, we traded for Defoe Buckner, and 2, we signed Javon Hargrave, I might legit come on camera and get naked. Really, but would mentally just go nuts if that happened. Would just prove to me that AB means business. And if that actually happens, if we actually go out and get a guy like DeForest Buckner and Javon Hargrave, I would then pray for our opponent's quarterbacks. Because they're going to be in hell. They're going to have to go through 60 minutes of pure hell trying to not get put in the dirt by Myles Garrett, Perrion Winfrey, Javon Hargrave, and DeForest Buckner. Oh my God, please let that happen. Please let that happen. Please. I beg of you. Let us get Defoe Buckner and Javon Hargrave. I know the football gods want to see me freaking bust a nut on camera. You know they do. I'm obviously kidding. I'm not gonna do that. If I did that, I would lose my channel lickety split. But yeah. Hope to have more rumors out for you guys, but we'll see what happens. Like I said, these next 24 hours should be very interesting. But with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go Browns, and I'll see you in a couple hours for Cavs and Hornets. And by the way, obviously, there will be no, Selection Sunday live stream because the Cavs are playing at 5 for some reason. I don't know why they have us playing so early, but okay, whatever. See you then. I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go Browns. And let's get cooking, AB. I'm out.